businesses, and from the people behind them on the Megacast, an hour-long TV, radio, and streaming show keeping you informed on the day-to-day news. Listen in on talks with volunteer groups, documentarians, and financial advisors, Monday to Friday with your host, Tyler Kieft. Catch the Megacast weekdays from 10 a.m. to 11 on Civic Center TV, 89.3 Lakes FM, and streaming on MyMyTV.com.
Many people are feeling overwhelmed and struggling with mental wellness these days. So be kind to your mind. Give yourself permission to breathe. Share your feelings. You are not alone. Have hope. Talk to a Stay Well counselor for free confidential help 24/7 through the COVID-19 hotline.
Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Well, good morning and welcome to The Splash Live. Awful good to have you here on this Friday morning in West Bloomfield. We finally made it to Friday. And by the way, I shouldn't ignore Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and our entire greater West Bloomfield area and all of our wonderful neighboring communities like Commerce Township and Farmington and Bloomfield Hills and Birmingham and Franklin and so on and so forth. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Dave Scott here on The Splash Live, part of 90 minutes of live programming we kick off our day with each and every day here on Civic Center TV and our outlets. Starts with The Splash Live right here at 9:30. Tyler Kieft in at 10 o'clock this morning with the Megacast. Interesting interviews. Had a chance to listen to a number of his interviews yesterday with area newsmakers. It was fantastic. Easy to listen and watch. I mean, it couldn't be easier for you to listen and watch our programming. We're on Comcast Channel 15. If you are a subscriber of Comcast in the general vicinity, Channel 99 if you have AT&T, and on AT&T on Channel 99 you'll find all the community channels from all across Metro Detroit. Just pick West Bloomfield or Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and you will be all set. You can go to our website, civiccentertv.com. It's a great place to go. A lot of archival information, a lot of older videos, and then everything we're doing today, last couple days. Tyler's got a lot of news stories up there every day and much more. civiccentertv.com. You can watch us live on social media, on Facebook, and also on YouTube. Just type in Civic Center TV, and then you could also listen to us on the radio, as many people do each and every day. And of course, just go to 89.3 FM, 89.3 Lakes FM, our local radio station in the greater West Bloomfield area. So let's get started with what has been obviously the biggest news the past couple of days, and that is our weather. And it continues to be something to keep an eye on over the next couple of days. It is cold. It has cooled off. This morning, only 21 degrees, and the temperatures are really, as we get into next week, going to be falling rather than going in the other direction. A little bit of very scattered snow today, not a whole lot to deal with. Tomorrow, that's a different story. And reading from the National Weather Service's website, they say tomorrow a more prolonged period of accumulating snow is likely from tomorrow afternoon through Sunday. We got a low pressure area moved in. We'll leave all that to the meteorologists. What are the numbers, Dave? Well, 2 to 5 inches of snow. Highest amounts are likely to occur along the I-69 and M59 corridors. So maybe just a little bit north of our local communities, but we do have snow coming. And I saw some really nice pictures on Facebook this morning from the last couple days. A lot of people had taken the ruler and shoved it in the snow, and 5, 6, 7 inches easy in West Bloomfield. A little more snow as we head into next week, but again, cooler temperatures. We're definitely in a colder wintertime weather pattern. So to get off to a good, cheerful start on the program, let's take a look at the West Bloomfield High School cheerleading team. They were in an OAA, which is our athletic division, an OAA competition. Guys, you can roll the video. And here they are at West Bloomfield High School. Clearly, we hosted the competition, and there are our cheerleaders from West Bloomfield. Not only do we have outstanding athletics here in the greater West Bloomfield area, also an amazing cheer competition going on here with our great cheer squad And apparently our team did very good. So kudos to the West Bloomfield cheerleading team getting us off to a start here on the show today. Another really positive thing to take a look at the start, from Twitter, Henry Ford Hospital West Bloomfield had a really interesting post on Twitter this morning, and they are telling us that their neurosurgeons at our hospital here in West Bloomfield have begun using a very unique imaging agent that highlights tumors in cancer tissue and makes them a bright pink hue. And if you look at that picture real closely on your TV, I don't know if the guys can zoom in on it. I didn't ask them to do it in advance. But you can see in that image over on the left-hand side that you can see that pink area in the imaging that the doctors are using, and that is making cancer easier to see and all kinds of benefits. Kudos to the amazing docs over at the West Bloomfield Henry Ford Hospital for putting all that together and doing everything they can to right here in our community, and of course pushing the envelope on medical technology. I would be remiss if I didn't remind you that today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. It is a national, in fact, international event going on, and right here in the heart of our area, very easy for you to just head down the street to Farmington Hills, Orchard Lake, just north of 12 Mile Road, and stop by the Holocaust Center. If you've not stopped in there, clearly you've seen it, drive it around the area. And recognizing Holocaust Remembrance Day, they're going to have a presentation today at noon. A Holocaust survivor will be there speaking. They will continue to have other programs going on throughout the weekend. And if you have not been to the Holocaust Center, it is a really moving experience. It is an amazing facility. It's right here in our area, and maybe something you want to do if you can't get out there today, over the weekend or sometime over the next couple of weeks. Take your kids, explain what the Holocaust is all about, and you'll get all kinds of help from the people at the Holocaust Center. It is definitely worth a visit, and if you have time today, certainly an appropriate thing to do today or this weekend, as today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the things going on outside. We're going to start with taking a look at what I think is the most fun place to take your kids in Metro Detroit. And it's not right here in West Bloomfield, but it's awful darn close. We got some great video, and we'll tell you all about it in just a minute. That and a whole lot more as we move into the wintertime here in Michigan and here in West Bloomfield, and that accommodates a lot of outdoor fun in the winter on the weekends. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with that story and more. Good morning. You're watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
1 in 4 Michigan homes has high levels of radon, a naturally occurring radioactive gas known to cause lung cancer. It doesn't matter where you live or what type of home you have. You won't even know it's there unless you test. So don't wait. Testing is cheap and easy, and if there's a problem, it's simple to fix. Visit michigan.gov/radon to learn more.
We took action. Will you?
Hey Laker fans, do you know a friend or neighbor that volunteers in Greater West Bloomfield? We would love to help you recognize them at the 51st Annual Michigan Week Awards. Countless members of the communities of Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and West Bloomfield give their time and talent daily without regard for recognition. You can help recognize these individuals and organizations at our awards breakfast next year on May 12, 2023. Nominate your neighbor or organization starting January 28, 2023. Go to michiganweek.org for details. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center studios in West Bloomfield. Good to have you with us today. So we got a weekend coming up. It's going to be a little bit of snow, and the kids are going to be, Mom, Dad, what is there to do? Well, one of the things you should do if you haven't done it, and it'd be a great time to go this weekend, is to head over to the Bowers School Farm in Bloomfield Hills. This is a farm that was donated to the school district several years ago. They have a great experience during the farming season, if you will, but during the wintertime, it turns into just an amazing place for lots of outdoor fun in the winter. We're on their website right now. You can see that they've got sledding and tubing and, a nice fire there. They've got skating. And if you've ever been driving up and down I-75 and you looked over in the evening, you can see that there's an awful lot of fun going on there, including glow tubing, which we're going to show you in video here in a minute. But a lot of fun for the family. Just the sledding hill they have set up and everything else there. It is absolutely amazing. You're looking at the website. You can go to schoolfarm.org to get all of the information. Prices are all on the website. Nothing that is extravagant. And you get the kids out and have a lot of fun. As we go down and take a look at their Saturday entertainment schedule, you can see our good friends from the Biff, our radio station brothers and sisters in Bloomfield Hills, are having a live broadcast. They have live broadcasts out there. You can take a look at some of the other things that have been going on. This weekend, Fire and Ice Night, and they have live ice carving going on from 5 until 8 o'clock. So lots of good things going on there at the farm. But in addition to all of that stuff, they have this thing called snow glow tubing, and our good friends over at M Live put a video together and posted it up on YouTube. Let's just roll that, guys, and take a look. And with the perspective of this video, you can't really tell, but that is a really steep hill. Kids are going down there. It's so much fun. They're tubing. You get a little bit better idea. Again, that is on a not very dangerously steep incline, but a good incline enough to make it an awful lot of fun. There you go. Much better wide shot of the whole area in Bloomfield Hills. And it is just so much fun. You can see the farm has built a 200-foot long sliding trail down there for the kids. It's all set up for a lot of fun in the evening. And I'm telling you, I just can't think. If I was a kid and I wanted to go tubing, I can't think of a place that'd be a whole lot more fun. It's safe. It is open this weekend. They've got great weather for it. And it's not ridiculously expensive. It's a good thing that the family can afford and do. And just thought you might want to know about it if you've not been out there or not been out there recently. Bowers Farm, operated by the Bloomfield Hills School District. And check out that snow glow tubing. Should be a lot of fun. Look at all those kids having a good time out there. So most of us here in West Bloomfield, in the greater West Bloomfield area, either live on or live extremely close to a lake. Lakes are starting to freeze over. And this is the time of year when you really, really have to be careful, because your lake may or may not be frozen over. If it isn't, it will be very soon. We've got nights that are going to be very cold and temperatures getting into the 20s. But this is the time of year where it looks like it's safe to get out on the lake, but it really isn't. So I thought I would take just a brief moment and share with you some ice safety tips that I received from the Oakland County Sheriff's Department. They say that no ice anywhere is 100% safe. They do say that 5 inches of ice is the minimum for general use. So if you're going to get out and do some ice skating, or you want to walk around on the lake, or you're going to be doing some ice fishing, which it's probably a little bit early for all of that, they say 5 inches is the minimum for general use. And if you're going to get out on the lake with a snowmobile or some kind of ORV, or God forbid, I'm not recommending this, get out there with some other vehicle, 8 inches of ice is what you really, really need. Now, this is from the Oakland County Sheriff's. They say survey the ice, keeping in mind that ice conditions change from day to day. It could warm up, it could cool down, and from lake to lake. So you go on one lake, you're on Sylvan Lake, and I noticed the other day, this is before it cooled off, that Sylvan Lake looked like there was a lot more ice cover on Sylvan than there was in some of our other lakes. So believe me, it's going to change. It's going to change in an area where you may have some moving water in particular. But ice changes from day to day, from lake to lake. Never go out on the lake and the ice alone. Always take a partner, somebody that if you do get in trouble can call 911, and maybe not walking right next to them would be a real good idea. Do not make the first treks on ice. And if you haven't been out on ice, maybe go out with somebody who is a lot more experienced than you. So some ice safety tips. We've got a whole lot more from the Oakland County Sheriff's Department. We'll get them posted on our page and try to get somebody from the Oakland County Sheriff's Department to join us next week. We could talk about this in greater detail, but every year, whether it's on one of our lakes or some other lake, it's just so inviting to get out there and make yourself a rink and walk across the lake and do some snowmobiling. But we just hate to see you end up on the news tomorrow. So do be careful. You can see right there, they got it on the screen right now, ice safety tips. You can go and find them all right on the Oakland County Sheriff's Department's website. And a whole lot more information is available there. Do, my friends, please be careful. So, a lot of events coming up here in our area. Let's start to rip through these for you on this Friday, and then take a little break, and we'll come back and finish off the list. First of all, Taste of Keego is going on. Restaurant Week, Monday, kicks off Monday, January 30th, and runs through February 5th, and an awful lot of fun. You can see some of the restaurants on the screen that are going to be participating in the Taste of Keego. You can get all this information by going to the Keego Harbor website. We invite you to just log in. But I mean, these are great places to go anywhere, but if you don't live in Keego and you've not been getting out to the Lodge or Gino's or you know, one of the other fine places in Keego Harbor, here's a good opportunity to get out and visit the restaurants at Keego. There's one of my favorites, Jaybird, and the great barbecue and smoked meats they have there. But it's a good time to do it. Go head out. Taste the Keego going on, and that is happening from January 30th through February 8th. So coming up. The Black Expo, the 2023 Black Expo, will be happening Saturday, February 25th, from 10 until 1 o'clock, and that is going on at Orchard Mall. And you really should check that out. This is an event that I think you've been doing this for just a couple of years here in West Bloomfield. The mall will be packed with a lot of exhibitors. We hope you can come out and make it and join us out there. Civic Center TV will be there. This is all put together by the people at Parks and Rec here in West Bloomfield. A variety of vendors with all kinds of interesting products will be there. It's happening Saturday, February 25th. So you got about a month, but mark your calendar. And it's, of course, happening in celebration of Black History Month. There's no admission. The family can come by, maybe do a little bit of shopping in the mall when you're there. A nice place to go on a cold weekend. But all kinds of great things going on. Activities, events, products, and a whole lot more. Mark your calendar for the 2023 Black Expo. If you'd like to register, there's still, I think, some space to exhibit. You can call the people over at West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation, and they will share all the information for you. More outdoor fun, a lot of other activities to chat about. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. I'm Dave Scott. You're watching The Splash Live, and don't go away. I'll be back with more in a moment.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
The heart of winter. It beats inside you. It's that thing urging you outside when the forecast calls for snow. Some were born with it. For others, it was carved with care. But for all who take winter to heart, it's time. Feel the rhythm of the season and pursue your Pure in Pure, Michigan.
There are many different kinds of noses. Our noses can sniff out all kinds of things. Good things and bad things. Your nose knows. Those sniffles are just a cold, allergies, or COVID-19. So swab it. Test it. It's good to know.
When the temperatures are chilly, being together warms the soul. Keep the winter fun going. Help protect yourself and those around you by keeping your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
And now, back to the Splash, live.
Good morning. Welcome back. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center TV studios. Thank you for joining us on the Splash Live all across West Bloomfield and Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake, Sylvan Lake, and our general area. Thank you very much for being with us. We talked about Bowers Farm a couple of minutes ago. One of the other things you might want to do if you have some time this weekend and you like to ski, but you don't have time to run all the way up to northern Michigan, which is always a lot of fun. Don't forget, we have some really incredible ski resorts right here in the Metro Detroit area. And well, I'll take them from the closest to a little bit further away. Alpine Valley, for a practical matter, might as well right be in our communities. It's just a very short drive up M59 from West Bloomfield, Sylvan, Keego Harbor, and Orchard Lake. Very easy to get there. A lot of fun, great beginners and moderately challenging slopes. Really good if you're snowboarding or skiing and you need some instruction. It's a real fun place to go, very local, and great place to take the kids. Your kids are old enough, you take them out there and kind of drop them off for the day, and mom and dad can go have some fun then as well. A lot of shopping right there in that area. Mount Holly, not too far away either, just up a short drive up I-75, not even halfway to Flint. So that's a short drive. A little bit more advanced skiing there, and then there's skiing over in Brighton as well. So wherever you want to go, 3 great ski areas right here in our Metro Detroit area, and you can get out and get the kids out and have an awful lot of fun if you can't make it up north for some of that incredible Boyne Mountain Nubs Knob skiing up in northern Michigan. How about doing something a little bit closer to home and something special on Valentine's Day? Well, your good friends at West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation have you prepared with snowshoe with your sweetie. And that's going to be going on right before Valentine's, the Sunday before Valentine's, the 12th of February from 3 to 4:30. You'll be able to take a guided snowshoe hike through the snow-covered forest right here in the greater West Bloomfield area with your Valentine. Listen to the crunch of snow and maybe even the hoot of an owl. Who is the amazing marketing person at Parks and Rec who wrote all that? That's not an artificial intelligence piece of copy, my friends. That's a real human being writing that. Listen to the crunch of snow and maybe even the hoot of owls while you experience the magic of a winter walk after exploring the forest with your sweetie. Get cozy. They'll have a campfire set up. You can roast some s'mores. And then the naturalist from West Bloomfield Parks and Rec will be there and teach you the love language of various animals. Leave the kids leave the kids at home. Snowshoes are provided. No snowshoe experience is needed. Hike will be substituted if there's not enough snow, but the way things are going right now, hopefully we'll be in good shape. There is a fee for each person. Register early. The event sells out every year. It looks like a lot of fun. You can see all the information in your screen, and more details are available over at the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation site. Here's another good one. We talked about this briefly yesterday, but good to mention it one more time today. Friday, February 10th, Frank and the Great Ladies of Song. You'll be able to jump on a bus and head down, see the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, and you won't have to park, you won't have to drive, you'll get great tickets. It's a great program put on by Parks and Rec. Broadway brass meets old school class. Again, more great copy. And a fresh take on the songbook classics with award-winning vocalist Kathia Jenkins and Tony DeSere, featuring songs like Love Is Here to Stay, Come Fly With Me, and more of the classics that Frank would sing. All the seats are on the main floor. How'd they do this? Within the first 4 rows of the stage, and the ticket includes round-trip transportation to and from the Max M. Fisher Music Center, and that means you don't have to worry about parking your car and walking around downtown trying to mess with all that. Bus pickup and return is available for these concerts as well. Trips will be chaperoned by the West Bloomfield Park staff. Chaperone, it sounds to me like they want to go, and why not? Going to be a lot of fun. I hope you take part in that. That and a lot more. Get over to the West Bloomfield Parks website. I'm telling you, we have one of the best parks and rec departments anywhere in the state of Michigan. They're always putting fun programs like this together, and I think you will enjoy. We got just an extra couple of minutes here, so we're going to take that and head out to the Civic Center TV website and take a look at our top 5 videos, our top 5 YouTube videos. Now, this is here and really nice for you because it gives you an opportunity to find videos all about West Bloomfield without having to search through YouTube. And we need to update this list, but this list is so good. It's really hard for us to update. So let's go see what's on there. You can find this at civiccentertv.com/top 5. And it looks like we're working from the top of the list on our way down this week. And the first video you're going to find is Winning Words, a tribute to Jack Freed. Pastor Jack Freed, of course, just recently passed away right before the year. This is a video all about Jack Freed, his life, his times here in West Bloomfield. And we invite you to take a look at that. If you've been hearing all the coverage and all of the tributes and everything we've been saying about Jack Freed, I think you will enjoy watching that. The next video in the number 2 position is our West Bloomfield Trail biking and walking video, and I wish we had some footage. I think I might have to go shoot it myself this week and slap on some cross-country skis and get out on the trails while we have all the snow on here. But this is an amazing video that takes you from all the way out past M5 through West Bloomfield and the other communities. It's a beautiful video. We didn't produce this, but I found this online, and it really is one of the great videos about our amazing trail network here in West Bloomfield. It's called the West Bloomfield Trail, the Great Outdoors, and you can find that at civiccentertv.com/top 5. Next video to check in on is our good friend, the fire chief here in West Bloomfield, taking you through Fire Station number 3, our newest and most modern fire station built recently here in West Bloomfield. Chief Flynn is so proud of this facility that was built under his direction, and he's going to give you a complete tour of this video produced by our team. He'll take you through the whole building, talk about what it's like to be living and working in Fire Station number 3 or any of the other fire stations here in West Bloomfield. And I think you're really going to enjoy the tour of the building and just a look into the lifestyles of our first responders. You can see they got a pretty nice setup over there, but these guys are on call, ready to save your life when the bell rings. Next video is another angle West Bloomfield. One of the first videos we produced during my tenure here at Civic Center TV over 10 years ago. And this we shot just when drones first became available. It's narrated by my good friend who has now passed away, George Moore. The golden tones of George Moore take you through this aerial view of our community. We take a look at many of the buildings and resources of the community, but also give you a really nice opportunity to see maybe your neighborhood from the air. This was shot 10 years ago. It still stands up. This was right when they came out with drones, and it is one of our most viewed videos at Civic Center TV. It's called Another Angle West Bloomfield Township, and this spring when the weather improves, I think we'll have to produce an update of that video. And finally, the tornado of 1976, as we go back and take a look and hear the stories from those that were there. A tornado, if you don't know, ripped right through Maple and Orchard Lake. Touchdown just before that out of what was then the farm fields that are south and west of that intersection, tore on the ground right through the intersection, ripping through a gas station and a bank and some of the other buildings, and then continued to rip through the subdivisions and the neighborhoods as it continued along a path traveling from that intersection to the east and to the north, devastating homes, changing the landscape, and having a profound impact on our community. If you weren't around back in 1976 and you go drive through Maple and Orchard Lake right now, or go back in some of the communities where these homes were hit, you would never know there was a tornado. Hey, we're long on, we got to go.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV,